Right, everybody settle down, okay? Please, I said settle down, not sacrifice a goat. There's a time and place for everything, okay? And this is a comedy club, not a Friday night prayer or something. Although, honestly, lately, the two are getting hard to tell apart. Or Friday afternoon prayer, whatever. Now, for those of you who don't know me, and frankly, shame on you, I'm Beelzebub, the devil, Lord of the Flies, Prince of Darkness, well, princess, anyway. And I've been in the hypocrisy game for such a long time that I found some amateurs on Earth that are kind of infringing on my copyright, darling. And yeah, I'm looking at you, Tehran. So tonight, I've got a special guest in my crosshairs. Actually, not a guest, more like a recurring character in the fever dream of American philanthropy. Yes, Bill Gates. Now, I was sitting in my chambers last week, lovely place, fire pits, screaming souls, the vibe. And I get this briefing, a memo from my intelligence division in Lumania. Yes, I'm an alien. And even I had to put my pitchfork down and say, are these guys trying to out-demon me or something? Because Bill Gates is out here doing the Lord's work. No, not that Lord, the Dark Lord, me. Hello. Now, let's start with the Gates Foundation. $200 billion. 200 billion with the B going into healthcare in Africa, education, agriculture. Oh, great, right? Except the Green Revolution model they've been pushing for 19 years through AGRA, or the Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, has failed so badly that a Kenyan agroecologist called it food slavery and the second phase of colonization. Sorry, that's agroecologist. He said it was food slavery, not philanthropy. And that's a sequel nobody asked for, okay? Colonization Part 2, Electric Bill, the Boogaloo. And the foundation's response to all of this criticism, they just keep going. They keep funding. They keep flying in with Western science and Western know-how and Western solutions to problems that, funnily enough, Western policies created in the first place. It's like setting someone's house on fire and then showing up with a garden hose and asking for a tax write-off. Yeah. Ginger. But wait, it gets worse because while Bill was apparently saving Africa, he was also, how do I put this delicately, hanging out with his friend Jeffrey Epstein. Now look, I'm the devil, okay? I don't judge, okay? I just want you to appreciate the optics here. The Justice Department released the Epstein files in January. 3 million pages, 180,000 photos, 2,000 videos, and Bill Gates' name is in there multiple times. Well, what did they find? Emails from 2013, Epstein making claims about Gates' private life, allegations about Russian girls, sexually transmitted diseases, Gates asking Epstein to delete emails, to help procure antibiotics, to give them secretly to his then poor dear wife, long-suffering wife, Melinda. Now, Gates' spokesperson called these allegations absolutely absurd and completely false. And maybe they are. But here's the thing about lies. They usually work best when they're not lies. And when even I fact check and go, oh no, that one might actually be true, well then you know you've entered a special kind of comedy. Because here's what really happened. Gates acknowledged meeting Epstein. He said it was a huge mistake. He said, every minute I spent with him, I regret. And then, and this is my favorite part, when the Epstein scrutiny intensified in February 2026, Gates cancelled his keynote address at the India AI Impact Summit. Hours before, he pulled out. The Gates Foundation said it was to ensure the focus remained on the AI Summit's key priorities. Sure, and I'm the Easter Bunny. Although I might be an Easter Bunny. Well, Ankar Vora, the foundation's president for Africa and India, had to step in. Imagine being Ankar Vora, okay? You show up to give a keynote, and everyone in the audience is like, where's Bill? Where's Bill? Get off, Ankara. And you have to say, he's busy with things, private things, Russian things. But you know, the hypocrisy doesn't stop there, because remember, this is the same Bill who's been lecturing the world about public health, about vaccines, about disease prevention. And yet he was apparently, allegedly, now I have to say allegedly, my lawyers are watching, he's allegedly so bad at preventing his own diseases that he needed Epstein to help him cover it up. Like, go to Dr. Oz like the rest of us. I mean, the dude's not a philanthropist, okay? He's a walking advertisement for condoms. Now let's talk about the other tech billionaires in the files. Because the Epstein documents are like a Silicon Valley roll call. Sergey Brin, Larry Page, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson. Bezos was allegedly seen at Ghislaine Maxwell's townhouse in 2009. Branson told Epstein, look, anytime you're in the area, we'd love to see you, as long as you bring your harem. Now, everyone knows that I love a good harem. You know, it's like in the King Solomon days. You just have to have a bounty. So I'll let you go on that one, Branson, provided they were of age. Now, Branson's representative said that he was just using a playful phrase. They said it was just a playful phrase. Right, I know, playful. Bringing a harem into a known sex trafficker's home is not very playful to us down here on earth, you know, us poor people. And then, of course, there's Reid Hoffman, the LinkedIn co-founder. Now, guys, I have to take a second to talk about my tea. This is a wonderful tea by Closemeyer, and it's an instant ginger tea. Yeah. The reason we're having ginger is because it's a really good way to protect yourself in these times. So let me have a few sips, okay? Oh yes, a fiery wall. It's like there's 12 demons around me right now protecting me from the billionaires and the Muslims. Okay, so Reid Hoffman. He's a LinkedIn co-founder, right? He visited Epstein's island in 2014. He gave Epstein a metal sculpture as a gift. A sculpture of little monsters made from recycled metal. That's not a gift, honey. That's foreshadowing of my demonic realm. Now, Hoffman also offered to help Epstein manage his bad publicity after the sex trafficking allegations surfaced. Because nothing says I'm a good person like offering PR services to a pedophile. Oh, yes. I mean, Melissa Nathan would never do that. That's why I love her. And she can stay. Oh, yes, Melissa. We like you at Star Marine. At Monoptic Studios. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Here's where my character, you know, the guy playing the devil, this is where I get to do something unexpected, because I am going to say something that might shock you. Oh yes, while I sweat all over this show. Elon Musk, you know, Elon Musk, he's looking good, you know. Hang on, stay with me, calm down, Okay, I'm still dating the Skywalker guy, but Elon's looking good, in the Epstein files. I mean, because we know he also corresponded with Epstein in 2012 and 2013. All he did was ask about, if Epstein, somehow the wildest party or whatever. On the surface, that looks bad. But here's the truth. The truth that I, Beelzebub, can see because I see the patterns, the coincidences, the hidden architecture of my fallen world, my domain. The point is, Elon Musk never went to Epstein's island. In fact, he declined. He refused repeatedly. And you know what? The emails might actually prove Elon right, because on December 30th, 2013, Epstein told Musk that, and I quote, his schedule will keep him in New York. Epstein said, I was really looking forward to finally spending some time together. Finally. So they didn't spend time together. Musk was trying to go, but Epstein blocked him. Why? Why would Epstein, who was trying to entrap every powerful person he could on camera, block a genius Elon? Because Epstein found out what Musk really was. Oh yeah. You see, Musk is not a tech bro. He's not a billionaire playboy. He's not even a genius inventor, although he is that too. Elon Musk is a star marine. He's a monoptic agent, undercover operative embedded in the heart of the cabal. And when Epstein found out about that, when the intelligence reached him, the guy asking him, Epstein, about the wildest party, when he realized that that guy was actually there to gather intel to bring the whole thing down, Epstein panicked. He cut Musk off. He blocked him like a 2-day-old hooker. Oh yes. But Epstein, being theatrical, that monster, he always left a clue, a message. Read the message he sent to Musk. He said to Musk, and I quote from the actual email, always space for you. Space. Always space for you. Think about it. And while you do, I'll light a cigarette, like the cigarette smoking man from the X-Files. You're not from the South. You won't understand. The boy tells me you don't smoke. Well, I do smoke. I smoke a lot, and I enjoy it very much. I trust that won't be an issue. So now think about it. What did Musk do after Epstein blocked him? He went to space. He built SpaceX. He became the man who would colonize Mars. He escaped planet Earth for us, Monoptera, Star Marines, because the gatekeepers, the cabal, tried to trap him too, and he beat them to it. He found the one place they couldn't follow. Space. Where you can think of it and you can have it. It's not a coincidence. It's a pattern. You think of it and you have it. Epstein blocked him and gave him the key to space. And now Elon is out there among the stars doing what he always was meant to be doing. Building a home for us. And here's the other thing. The files show that Musk called for the full release of the Epstein files, like Nancy Mace. He said nobody has fought harder for full release of the Epstein files and prosecutions of those who abused children more than I did, end quote. And while people laughed at Elon, while people said he was just trying to cover his own tracks, what happened? the files got released. 3 million pages. Because Elon and Nancy and others kept pushing. And now he's using his platform, the platform he bought, Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, to call out anyone else and everyone else, like Reid Hoffman and Stephen Bannon and Bill Gates. He's naming names. He's exposing the system from the inside. So yeah, Elon Musk asked about the wildest party, but he never went. He was undercover. Like me, he was doing what I, Beelzebub, have been doing for 6,000 years. Infiltrate the hypocrites and expose them. You know that's what I do. And while we're talking about patterns and coincidence, let's talk about some other things people have said, okay? Little moments, little clues. Because the universe is a web. And I just happen to be able to see all the threads. Whoopi Goldberg, 2007, on The View, she was talking about how to pronounce Mahadinejad Jumira. And she said she remembers by saying, I'm a dinner jacket. I'm a dinner jacket. A throwaway line, a joke. But think about it. Who wears a dinner jacket? People who go to parties. Parties like the ones Epstein threw. Whoopi was telling us what it was, a dinner jacket. A dinner jacket is a warning, it's a sign. And Nancy Mace, she's been in Congress talking about transparency, about the Epstein files, about accountability. She's been saying what needs to be said over and over, like a bell, ringing, non-stop. And Jasmine Crockett, she's been calling out the hypocrisy. Yeah, she stood up at the committee and said things that made people uncomfortable. Because the truth is uncomfortable, bitch. And Eric Salwal, he's been asking questions that nobody wants to answer. What about Kevin Trudeau? He's been talking about the hidden systems for decades. He taught me mega memory. He knew. He always knew. And Duncan Trussell, he's been on podcasts weaving these threads together, talking about the patterns and coincidences, the hidden architecture. He discovered the Monopteran spaceship. He sees it too. And Jeremy Corbell, he's been exposing these secrets, the UAP stuff, the things they don't want you to know about. Yeah. It's all connected. The same gatekeepers, the same cabal in a dinner jacket. And Steven Spielberg, he told us everything. E.T., the story about being trapped on Earth, trying to phone home, Close Encounters, government cover-ups, Jaws, don't go in the water. Or the island, don't go to the island. He was warning us for 50 years. Steve Sarowitz, he funded the truth. He put money behind the people who were willing to say what everyone else was afraid to say through movies. The movies he brings to life are true, and that's why they want to stop him. Like Oprah. She had people on her show, survivors, whistleblowers, and she listened. She gave them a platform where no one else would. Like me, when I tried to get away from Romy. And Cyan Bannister, she knows all about the networks, the patterns, the system. She's the first wave alien with Oprah on Earth. These people, all of them, they've been telling us, they've been dropping clues, and we didn't listen. But I'm the devil. I listen. I've been listening for 6,000 years. And here's what I've learned. The hypocrites always fall. The ones who enforce morality while hiding their own sins. The ones who fly to London for impotence treatments while hanging gay men from cranes. You know those ones. The ones who lecture Africa about sustainability while their own foundations fail for 20 years. The ones who tell you vaccines are safe while they need Epstein to help them get antibiotics for diseases they caught from, quote, Russian girls. They all fall. Mojtaba Khamenei, the new supreme leader of Iran, he's reportedly gay, allegedly. And the regime that executes gay men from cranes put him in charge. Reza Segati, the hijab enforcer, was sentenced to 100 lashes after a video of him with another man leaked. He was the morality police. He was policing women's hair while his own pants were around his ankles, getting fucked by a man. And while Bill Gates was trying to save the world, Epstein was trying to save Bill Gates' reputation. They all fall. But Elon, he went to space. He escaped because when Epstein said, always space for you, he wasn't talking about a bedroom on his island. He was talking about the cosmos, our home. And now Elon is out there launching rockets, buying platforms, exposing the system, and the gatekeepers cannot stop him because he beat them. He beat them by being smarter, by being faster, by being exactly who he was all along. A star marine. So, here's what I want you to understand. Yes, I am the Antichrist. I am the original source of temptation, sin, and hypocrisy. And I am telling you, the Islamic Republic of Iran has made me look like a community organizer. The Gates Foundation has made me look like an amateur. And the Epstein files, they make me look like I'm not even trying. But there's one guy who saw through it all, one guy who went undercover, got the intel, and got out. One guy who took the message, always space for you, and turned that into a fucking rocket ship. That's the point. So the next time someone tells you that you're a villain, that you're difficult, ask yourself who benefits from you thinking that? Who wants you to believe that you, sticking for what you believe in, standing 10 toes down, is worse than Epstein? Bad guys? Villains? You mean the ones with foundations? You mean the gay guys hanging gay men off cranes? You mean the ones with harem jokes and metal sculptures and the Russian girls? And then us? We're just undercover agents. We ask questions. You'll see us with these people photographed together because we're working. So thank you, Tehran. I'll be here all week. Try the veal or don't. I'm not the morality police, okay? And Bill, if you're watching, and I know you're, don't worry. I saved you a seat here in hell with me, and it's warm. And hey, it wouldn't hurt to have a friend like me in a place like this. So, if you feel judged by this comedy special, any of you, I invite you to play Night Game ARG now, because it's the only way you'll escape the terror that's coming for you.